Holy shit. Okay, what's up, guys? I know I just ended a live stream, but I had to start another one because apparently Ted Cruz was literally up next, and I was waiting and I didn't think he was going to be there, but apparently he's there. Ted Cruz roasting Mark Zuckerberg. I have not seen it yet, but we are going to dive in now and watch it because I didn't think Ted Cruz was even there, but apparently he is. And this is the look on Mark Zuckerberg's face as he stares upon Ted Cruz. Let me just double check one last time that the stream of the health is good. I know we're back. I just ended a live stream, but we're back again because Ted Cruz is up next. I didn't know it. Live stream's looking good. Let us rock and roll. Here we go. This is Mark Zuckerberg's face as he stares into the eyes of Ted Cruz. Let's see if Ted Cruz dishes out the real stuff. Let's watch.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Zuckerberg, welcome. Thank you for being here. Mr. Zuckerberg, does Facebook consider itself a neutral public forum?
Senator, we consider ourselves to be a platform for all ideas.
Let me ask the question again. Does Facebook consider itself to be a neutral public forum? And representatives of your company have given conflicting answers on this. Are you a First Amendment speaker expressing your views, or are you a neutral public forum allowing everyone to speak?
Senator, here's how we think about this. I don't believe that there is certain content that clearly we do not allow, right? Hate speech, terrorist content, nudity, anything that makes people feel unsafe in the community. From that perspective, that's why we generally try to refer to what we do as a platform for all ideas.
Let me try, just because the time is constrained. It's just a simple question. The predicate for Section 230 immunity under the CDA is that you are a neutral public forum. Do you consider yourself a neutral public forum, or are you engaged in political speech, which is your right under the First Amendment?
Well, Senator, our goal is certainly not to engage in political speech. I'm not that familiar with the specific legal language of the law that you speak to, so I would need to follow up with you on that. I'm just trying to lay out how broadly I think about this.
Well, Mr. Zuckerberg, I will say there are a great many Americans who I think are deeply concerned that Facebook and other tech companies are engaged in a pervasive pattern of bias and political censorship. There have been numerous instances with Facebook. In May of 2016, Gizmodo reported that Facebook had purposely and routinely suppressed conservative stories from trending news, including stories about CPAC, including stories about Mitt Romney, including stories about the Lois Lerner IRS scandal, including stories about Glenn Beck. In addition to that, Facebook has initially shut down the Chick-fil-A Appreciation Day page, has blocked a post of a Fox News reporter, has blocked over 24 Catholic pages, and most recently blocked Trump supporters Diamond and Silk's page with 1.2 million Facebook followers after determining their content and brand were, quote, unsafe to the community.
Oh my God.
To a great many Americans, that appears to be a pervasive pattern of political bias. Do you agree with that assessment?
Senator, let me say a few things about this. First, I understand where that concern is coming from because Facebook and the tech industry are located in Silicon Valley, which is an extremely left-leaning place. And this is actually a concern that I have and that I try to root out at the company, is making sure that we don't have any bias in the work that we do. And I think it is a fair concern that that people would at least wonder about.
Let me ask this question. Are you aware of any ad or page that has been taken down from Planned Parenthood?
Senator, I'm not, but let me just...
How about MoveOn.org?
Weasel!
Sorry?
How about MoveOn.org?
I'm not specifically aware of those.
How about
cases.
any Democratic candidate for office?
I'm not specifically aware. I mean, I'm not sure.
You're a weasel!
In your testimony, you say that you have 15 to 20,000 people working on security and content review. Do you know the political orientation of those 15 to 20,000 people engaged in content review?
No, Senator, we do not generally ask people about their political orientation when they're joining the company.
So as CEO, have you ever made hiring or firing decisions based on political positions or what candidates they supported?
No.
Why was Palmer Luckey fired?
That is a specific personnel matter that seems like it would be inappropriate to
You
speak
just made
to
a
here.
specific representation that you didn't make decisions based on political views.
Well,
Is that
I
accurate?
can commit that it was not because of a political view.
Do you know of those 15 to 20,000 people engaged in content review, how many, if any, have ever supported financially a Republican candidate for office?
Senator, I do not know that.
Your testimony says it is not enough that we just connect people. We have to make sure those connections are positive. It says we have to make sure people aren't using their voice to hurt people or spread misinformation. We have a responsibility not just to build tools, to make sure those tools are used for good. Mr. Zuckerberg, do you feel it's your responsibility to assess users whether they are good and positive connections or ones that those 15 to 20,000 people deem unacceptable or deplorable?
Senator, you're asking about me personally?
Facebook.
Senator, I think that there are a number of things that we would all agree are clearly bad. Foreign interference in our elections, terrorism, self-harm.
I'm
Those
talking
are
about
things.
censorship.
Well, I think that you would probably agree that we should remove terrorist propaganda from the service. So that, I agree, I think is clearly bad activity that we want to get down, and we're generally proud of how well we do with that. Now, what I can say, and I do want to get this in before the end here, is that I'm very committed to making sure that Facebook is a platform for all ideas.
You're a lying
That is
sack
a
of
very
shit.
important founding principle of what we do. We're proud of the discourse and the different ideas that people can share on the service.
You're a lying
and that is
sack of
something
shit.
that, as long as I'm running the company, I'm going to be committed to making sure is the case.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Cruz.
You're a lying
You wanna
sack
break
of
now?
shit.
We want to keep going.
Sure. I mean, that was pretty good. So, all right.
All right, we have Senator Whitehouse is up next, but if you want to take a
Yeah.
5-minute break right now, we have now been going a good 2 hours. So
Thank you.
we'll recess for 5 minutes and reconvene.
Fucking weasel. He weaseled out of every fucking question there. A consistent pattern of conservative, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right-leaning, libertarian censorship on Facebook. Just consistent pattern, one after the other after the other. And then he says, oh, that's because Silicon Valley is just a bunch of liberals, so they can't help but be a bunch of censoring fucking tyrants. Oh, I love that. And then he says he's committed to changing things. Buddy, political correctness and left-leaning ideology is your religion, bro. You're not going to allow any alternative opinions to spread on your platform, and you've clearly exhibited it over and over again. It's funny how he blames it on, oh, because we hire a bunch of people to assess what people are posting on Facebook, and because those people are from Silicon Valley, a lot of them are going to be left-leaning and they're going to have a bias. Oops. Okay, bro. Ted Cruz asked him about the whole unsafe to the community thing with Diamond and Silk, the two black women who were deemed unsafe to the community. And Mark Zuckerberg blamed it on, well, Silicon Valley, where I hire all my workers, they just tend to be a bunch of liberals. And what are you guys doing about it? You guys know it. You guys can't help but impose your bias into your little stupid fucking apps and little fucking programs and shit. Because it's your religion, bro. So I just wanted to follow up real quick, guys. I wanted to get the live reaction to Ted Cruz. And I have to say, that was a pretty solid decimation. I did title the video, because I haven't seen it on live reacting, I titled this live stream quite accurately. It is Ted Cruz's savage decimation of Mark Zuckerberg. And you guys are not going to be able to hide for much longer. White liberal supremacy, political correctness has dominated the media. But it seems like the fire is really being put to your feet lately. And I think you guys will be held accountable for your savage, just rampant censorship. rampant liberal tyranny, rampant liberal ethnic cleansing, as Mike Adams calls it, an online digital ethnic cleansing. Okay, it's a digital genocide. Digital genocide. Digital genocide. Just rampant, just putting a blowtorch to any different opinions. Just burning shit down as they sit upon their ivory towers and act like they have compassion because they're liberal and progressive. Thank you guys for tuning in. Short little follow-up. As always, Trump 2020 t-shirts. Links are below. Get yourself one right now. Absolutely ridiculous. In fact, there they are right there. Trump 2020. Finally someone with balls. Purchase it right now. Thank you guys. Sorry, I get really angry about this.